And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I'm reviewing Spider Man 3, released in 2007. This is the third and final movie in the Tobey Maguire Spider Man line. And, yeah, this is the one that I knew the most about going in because I'd seen a couple clips on YouTube. So I was pretty excited to watch it finally in full. And I got a lot of thoughts on it, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? I first gotta say, the Sandman origins really doesn't make much sense in this movie. Um, it, it's just weird because it's very unlikely that he wouldn't. Nobody would have seen him fall into the thing, and also that he wouldn't see the thing, and he wouldn't like try and run away. Yeah, it's a little pretty weird. But yeah, well, okay, it's whatever. I have to say the effects are actually pretty good in this movie. We got another improvement. Get out of the way now. They're pretty good. Definitely the best of the three. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. Um, Peter is the biggest of the dicks in this movie, which makes sense because the main villain, other than Sandman, is the Venom symbiote. Um, yeah, I mean, it's. I'm gonna sneeze. Wow, what a sneeze. Yeah, he's the biggest dick in this one because of. Oh God. Oh, almost sneezed again. Moving on. Um, it's because of the Venom symbiote and everything like that, but also he went from like being a big dick in the first movie to, having some character redemption in the second movie to this one just completely killing anything he had in the second movie and making it like three times as worse as he was in the first one. Um, which again, at least it has some basis this time because that's how it's supposed to be, but it still does not work great. Also, Claire from Jurassic World is here. Why? Okay. She does fine. Bryce Dallas Howard does a good job in this movie, all things considered. I think. It's pretty crazy that she looks the exact same here as she does in Jurassic World, even though there's an 8-year difference. But yeah, she does a pretty good job. The crane scene. Oh my god, I hated this scene because it is literally the fakest. Like, how the fuck? There's no way in hell that would just happen. The fuck is going on? I did not. I hated this scene because it is so fucking impractical, and it just. And when things, I say it's a lot in my movie reviews when things are just looking practical. I hate when things are impractical because it just is a big sign that just says, yeah, we don't know how to make the plot go more than it is, so we're just gonna force this in, and you're gonna like it. That's what I. It just feels cheap to me, and this is a prime example of that, and I just hate this scene. But you get J.K. Simmons still in this movie. He does another great performance. The whole blood pressure thing, that's so fucking funny. They do that. That's super funny. How they portray it, and I love it. So that's good. Unfortunately, this is the last time we see him until we do the J.K. Simmons marathon. Stay tuned for that. I also like Eddie Brock as a character. Um, he's kind of like Tobey Maguire's character, but with more confidence and um, confidence. I said confidence. I don't know what else I was trying to say, but he has more confidence. And if you're going to act like a dick, if you're going to play this more stupid, douchey role, you got to own up to it. Tobey Maguire doesn't do that in any of these movies. Eddie Brock does that in the first 5 minutes that he's on screen. So I really like that. Also some memes. They love me. That's a meme. They love me. Gonna cry. Gonna piss your pants, baby. That's it. That's the only two I found from this movie. The restaurant scene was also hilarious. I loved that scene. That French guy, great character. Loved it. Also, the conclusion with Sandman being the one that kills Uncle Ben in the first movie, that's just a terrible conclusion. I'm sorry. That is just not good. Again, that's another part of it being forced. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and quite frankly, it's just annoying as shit. Did we really have to make that happen? I guess so. Also, omelets for dinner, that's a choice. Yeah, it's a big choice, but it is a choice. It was a wholesome scene, though. I did like that scene had more chemistry between MJ and Harry than anything else that Peter and MJ had. It's crazy. It really is crazy. The dancing and the bar scene, that was a great scene. Loved that part of the movie. So that was cool. There's definitely a lot of banger scenes in this movie. Some really good sequences with the characters that I really liked, and that was one of them. I have to say that the symbiote thing feels a bit rushed. And I don't know, that's because that the only real experience otherwise that I have is the symbiote is Spider-Man 2, because that's a much more drawn out story. That's like 20 plus hours. This is not even a 2 hour long movie. That might be why it just feels rushed. It just attaches to the back of their bike. Nobody sees it, and then it takes forever to actually get inside Peter, and then it like just instantly changes him instead of gradually changing him. And really, it doesn't even make Peter like, it just makes him emo. Honestly, it just doesn't make him. It doesn't drastically change his like demeanor or anything either. It Which is part because Tobey Maguire's is not a good Spider-Man, but yeah, it just made him emo pretty much. And then when it goes to Eddie, it doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. Yeah, I don't like this Venom. I don't. Was a two bad looking villains in this trilogy. The other one was just a guy with robot arms attached to him. Also actually a pretty sad ending, I will say. That but for all of like the sad music and stuff, and then they have to pan to fucking Whoopi Goldberg is in the crowd. Why the fuck is she in the crowd? What sense does that make? She's not in any of these movies at all until this point. Why is she just there? And why did Claire go? Claire didn't have to. Why'd she go? She had nothing to do with this guy. She had nothing to do with Harry. Why did she go? Why the fuck did she go to the movie? But it is a sad ending. Just how it ends off. It's, yeah. I didn't shed a tear, but I did get a little close. So, but that's gonna do it for this review. My final score for Spider-Man 3, I'm gonna have to give it a good 7. I'll give it a 7. I can't rank it higher than that, though I personally will say, yeah, it's on par with the second one. Some funnier scenes. It looks better, but where it has higher highs but also lower lows than the second one. So I think that's where it evens out. But anyways, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever seen Spider-Man 3, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews and other awesome stuff. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.